Good night, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. Just got back, so it's a little late, but it is still Sunday, October 24th, the 30th Sunday of Ordinary Time. We're in the 30s. That means Advent is nearly approaching, but it is the 30th Sunday of Ordinary Time, and it is the feast day of Saint Anthony Mary Claret, who was a Spanish Roman Catholic archbishop and missionary in the 1800s, and he is the patron saint of weavers. Today's gospel is from Mark chapter 10, verses 46 through 52. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. They came to Jericho, and as he was leaving Jericho with his disciples and a sizable crowd, Bartimaeus, a blind man, the son of Timaeus, sat by the roadside begging. On hearing that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me. And many rebuked him, telling him to be silent. But he kept calling out all the more, Son of David, have pity on me. Jesus stopped and said, Call him. So they called the blind man, saying to him, Take courage, get up, he is calling you. He threw aside his cloak, sprang up, and came to Jesus. Jesus said to him in reply, What do you want me to do for you? The blind man replied to him, Master, I want to see. Jesus told him, Go your way, your faith has saved you. Immediately he received his sight and followed him on the way. What a great gospel. We got this blind man, Bartimaeus, and they're in the crowd, or they're along the roadside, and he's begging. But then Jesus is coming, right? So then there's a huge crowd, and the crowd knows that this is the Messiah, and they're telling this blind man to be quiet, to be silent. You know, you're in the midst of our Lord, our Master, and he's told to hush, hush, because that's kind of what we do. You know, if we're around this prominent figure, we're like in awe, and we're silent out of respect and reverence, and of just the power that this man has. But Bartimaeus is not that way. He wants to go to Jesus, and so he's begging, Jesus, have pity on me, Son of David, have pity on me. And so this blind man, of which Jesus already knows his needs. Jesus knows that he's blind. Jesus knows the state of his heart. Jesus knows his needs and his desires. He knows everything. But then what does Jesus do? He asks him, what do you need? Or what do you want? And then the blind man says, Master, I want to see. And so we oftentimes need to show the same courage that this blind man did and ask Jesus for ourselves what we want. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? Because I think a lot of us always get wrapped up in, like, to be a good Christian, we need to always pray for other people. Pray for my spouse, pray for my kids, pray for my family, pray for my job, pray for this. But oftentimes we forget that God too wants to take care of us. We oftentimes we think that it's being selfish, or we think that Jesus doesn't want to hear it, or we think that Jesus already knows, so why do I need to tell him what I need? But Jesus is asking Bartimaeus to dialogue with Jesus, just like a regular relationship. Speak to me. Tell me what you want. And he wants the same thing for both you and I. I think that that's the challenge. We need to be more courageous and just speak up for what it is that we want, knowing that it's rooted in truth and goodness. So that might be the challenge. Just don't be afraid to ask, because that's also a demonstration of humility. So, and faith. So with that being said, have a great day. Have a great start to your week tomorrow. God bless, and keep it real. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen.